Welcome to Nintendo K channel. I am Danny. Today I have a really awesome unboxing or review of this new awesome product from Dark Horse. It's the Legend of Zelda Encyclopedia. It just came out today and I'm really excited to take a look at it. And then, if you guys don't know by now, the Legend of Zelda spans nearly 20 games and over 30 years of history, so it has a lot to go through. But you know, the funny thing is, it all started with one game. Is this gold cartridge. And the reason why I'm showing you this one, this is my actual childhood game, and this is where it started off with, of course, with the manual and everything. But I'm going to leave this to the side for a reason, because I'm just going to give you a good overview of this book, where it's available. If you want interested, definitely check it down below in the description. But they do have another version that I'm pulling out right now, and this is the Legend of Zelda Encyclopedia Deluxe Edition HC, most likely meaning hardcover. And opening up, you see reveal 2. Look at that. So it looks amazing. This is the deluxe edition. And you can see the reason why I took out my old cartridge, because it's reminiscent of the original cartridge from the NES. If you guys obviously take a look at when I'm putting it back in, it looks just like how it is back in the old days. Look at that. The resemblance is remarkable, and this is really a collector's quality piece, in my opinion. All right, so I'm gonna open this up. Ooh, I feel something right away. Really neat. On the bottom is the actual instruction booklet. So I'm gonna put side by side of the original instruction manual. You can see the comparison right there. Look at that. Ain't that really cool? So this is the one that I used as a child, just to give you a look of the old manual itself. One of the things that I do miss in modern gaming is looking through instruction manuals like this. Look at that, all the art and the maps and everything. And here in this one, it gives you oh wow, it even has the kind of old artwork from the original game. Really nice. I like that. And kind of gives you a little story about that. All right, really cool. So, and I love the original artwork they included though. So that's a nice touch of looking through it. It says historical records, database, and archive. So it kind of gives you an idea of what to expect when you're looking through this encyclopedia, and have a little table of contents here. Oh, pretty sweet. And to end it off on the back side, you know, a little bit different, but the color scheme really matches up. I like that. That's a nice touch on Dark Horse's part. So the big gist of thing is this actual book or cartridge, how you want to call it. And the material is really nice. It's very similar to the original cover itself from the NES era, and this is back in the 80s when I had it. So nice feeling to it, and it has that matte, I guess matte, it has a little texture to it, so it's not smooth, so just like the original. And to the back side, same thing, pulling it out. Whoa, my goodness, it's so cool. Look at that. It's in gold, literally all over. That's insane. Look at this. It's in gold galore all the way around. The pages in gold, the spine as well. The Legend of Zelda Encyclopedia Deluxe Edition with the Dark Horse logo right there. Looks fantastic. And just to give you a little comparison, the cartridge, original cartridge itself, amazing. Look at that. The resemblance is remarkable. Even the back. It has the grooves just like the original, the little caution sticker from the old days. Obviously the copyright is 2018 because this book just came out, and a little Dark Horse embossed imprint there, published by Dark Horse, and of course this is the original Nintendo there. Fantastic detail. Love that. Okay, so the gist of thing, I'm just gonna open it up. This is a 328-page book, so it's pretty lengthy. It is as a gold foil paper with gloss lamination and spot gritty. So it is gritty here, so it's not smooth, just to give you guys an idea. This part is pretty smooth because just like the original cartridge. All right, so but wow, look at that. The pages are phenomenal. Look at the map itself. And of course, this is an encyclopedia. Let's get a little overview of the various games that were released throughout the years in the series. Phenomenal. And let me see here, traditions and history. I'm gonna flip it through very quickly so I give you guys an overview of what to expect. They have a little, I guess, the description of the Kingdom of Hyrule, and various artwork of Princess Zelda, the Princess of Legend. Pretty phenomenal. And again, this is a time, I guess it kind of go through all the various games, little pieces of the history as well. And they tell you about the fairies. Let me see, I'm gonna skip a little bit here. We have Majora's Mask, and then they talk about Termina, the world of the Majora's Mask. and it's loaded with artwork, description, and kind of if you guys don't know, this book was originally only in Japan, so Dark Horse worked with Nintendo to bring it over to the West right here for us to enjoy, because Japan does have a lot of art books that were released over the years that many people were not able to appreciate until now. So props to Dark Horse for doing that. Then they talk about the Koroks, the Rito. It's really lengthy here. This is obviously referring to Twilight Princess. You see these characters there. This brings back memories. And then the Minish, the Saviors from the Sky from the Minish Cap, a game that many people they're not able to try out back in the day during the Game Boy Advance era. So really highly recommended game for me. Then they talk about a little bit of Skyward Sword, the Ancient People, the Magma. Oh my god, this is so reminiscent of old games that I played back in the old days. And then of course I'm going to skip a little further in. They talk about Hyrule Castle here and various description. And this is one of the newer games for the Princess Zelda featuring in the game. There's Castle Town Ranches. It's really in depth. Look at that. I'm just skipping pages here, so just again to give you guys an idea. The Master Sword, the Blade of Evil Bane. Look at that. They give you different angles of the sword and different version of the game. So Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword. So obviously we all know the Master Sword, how it looks, but it has variations over time. And of course they have the history of the Master Sword. And then there goes for sword here. Oh, look at that. It even talk about rupees here. You guys know me, I love my money. So especially like we talk about this in Splatoon 2, and Evelyn likes to collect her money. But in this world, it's rupees after all. We have, let me see here. I think we're talking about the monsters and the villains in the world here, monsters and demons, right? We have the Mize, the one that started all, and then of course the reincarnation of Ganondorf over the years, and he is the one who started all the dangers and the terrors in Hyrule. And we have Octos, and it is a little database going here, an alphabet archive of information. So this is literally give you more details of every little nook and cranny of the games that are in the series. Look at that. Even the items in the old games are included. And this is a really like it is a database of information. So it's tons of information to go through, and anything you want to know about the Legend of Zelda is all here. This is insane. The book is really massive. It's really 328 pages of goodness. And if you guys are wondering, the book that I showed earlier, they both have the same content. But this one has a special cover and the gold foil design that you saw earlier when you flip out the book or cartridge, how you want to call it. It's all there. And this goes on and on and on. Look at this. I'm just keep going. And if you guys are wondering, the pages are high quality. They're a matte finish. They're not glossy, but the paper stock is extremely well made and thick. So you're getting quality here. You're not gonna get something cheap, and I do feel it from flipping the pages. So they give you a little bit of the plot from the first game, 1986. So this is the game that I was mentioning earlier that started all the Go cartridge. And they mention it right on this page here. Look at that. Even give you a map. So if you're playing this original game, you can probably use that map. And I love the original concept art, or the sketches, I should say. And this is the development documents here, and they have developer notes here. They have the main characters from A Link to the Past. So this is one of my favorites from the Super Nintendo era in 1991. Look at that. I love the art from the original days. And this is, to me, is one of among the best Legend of Zelda games of all time. And then of course they have the remakes in 1993, and of course they have Link's Awakening DX in that same year as well. Of course they have the DX has a color rendition added to the original game that it was on the Game Boy. And then of course there's more development documents for those games. Really sweet. And oh, just loads of Hyrule Field. This is from Ocarina of Time. One is absolutely one of my favorite games of all time, up there along with I'm sure many of you guys have your own favorites as well. This is Majora's Mask, and they all, ooh, wow, look at this. This is character relationship. This is something I did not expect. So in Majora's Mask, the relationships are pretty complex. So the way you go through the game, you may not understand why things happen and such. So this may be a way for you to go through it, and it kind of explains it through. And of course, more development documents for that game as well. Pretty cool. And then this is you guys know that you wear a certain mask, you can be a certain have superpowers, right? Just flipping through it very quickly, we're almost toward the end, but just want to give you guys a feel for what to expect here. And again, this is the Link to the Past with 4 swords, so that's a little re-release back in 2002. I do remember that. Pretty cool. And let me see here. We have the Minish Cap. Again, one of my favorite games. Underrated. Not many people were able to play, but if you ever get a chance, definitely try it out. Look at the artwork. It is phenomenal. This is like it's like kind of a Toon Link that we all know today, but they tell you the origins of Link's cap, if you guys will, right there. So this is Ezlo right there. And a little bit more relationship, they give you the world, and then they ended off with the Twilight Princess. So if you guys don't know, the encyclopedia it starts from the Legend of Zelda from the NES or Nintendo Entertainment System, ending off with the Twilight Princess HD. So it is not inclusive. I just want to give you guys to know that it doesn't include the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, because that game just came out last year. This book was originally in Japan, and it took a while for it to be localized here to come to the United States or in the west side of the world here. This is in 2013, A Link Between Worlds, another game that is a sequel to A Link to the Past. Phenomenal artwork and had high praises. A great game. I definitely enjoyed it. And then, of course, in 2015, they had The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes. They give you the plot, and it's pretty inclusive of the world, and it has still more legends. So there are other facts and releases that you may not be aware of. They have Link crossbow training there, pretty cool, and a little nod to Picross Zelda there. That's pretty neat. This is one of the Ocarina of Time and Master Quest collection. I have it in my collection for the GameCube, and also the collector's edition, one of my proud pieces that you're able to play tons of Zelda games. So I like the fact that I like the fact that they have so much information, and it also includes Link or Zelda or any various characters in the universe appearing in other games. And we're talking about Super Smash Bros. You guys know me, I'm a big fan of Super Smash Bros, especially with the recent announcement from Nintendo in E3. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate got me really hyped, and they tell you that he's been in pretty much every single Super Smash Bros. Game since the Nintendo 64. But one really neat addition is many people may not be aware, during the GameCube in Soul Calibur 2, Link makes his appearance as a playable character. Really fantastic game, and one of the best on the GameCube, especially a fighter. And then of course, Sonic Lost World, Link does make an appearance with his look from Skyward Sword, and then of course little inclusion there with the Legend of Zelda with Mario Kart 8, and then of course you have it in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch. This is really cool. I'm just flipping to the end part. They just don't let you go very easily. They have promotional items from Japan. Look at that. The artwork from Japan is phenomenal. I'm appreciating it as I go. They even think from the NES, the Game Boy Color games, the Nintendo 64 Ocarina of Time. I do remember looking at this in magazines and like, wow, I really appreciate the Japan's level of quality in terms of the covers. It's kind of envious though. And then of course they have an interview with the Legend of Zelda series producer Eiji Aonuma, the man himself. And I wish I meet him one day, but great to see that they have a little interview of him, that he's been working on this franchise for such a long time, and that's a great way to end it off, and really fantastic. And it gives you a little kind of an image of him giving a thumbs up and enjoy, right? So that is a quick look of this encyclopedia, the Legend of Zelda Encyclopedia Deluxe Edition. It also includes the regular edition as well. They're both available right now. We just got it today as of recording of this episode. I hope you enjoyed this this unboxing view of this book. And I just put this little cartridge on the side, and I'll just pull everything together just for you guys to get an overlook. It does include, again, this little encyclopedia instruction booklet here. So everything is all there, but I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this episode. Subscribe to Nintendo Cave. It's always helpful, and be sure to hit that bell button for more episodes like this coming to you, and I'll catch you again in the next episode.